Back in Abuja for round 10, it's Rebel on pole from Akari and Mures. Then it's Ina Fabulous, Anok Huey and iWorld. And it's Marcus Nelson, Daf Sanchez, David Camino, Santino Milan, and Sebastian Ocampo. Daniel Bogtasarov starts 12th from UK Suo, Leo, and UK Ball. PCR is 16th from Michael Novikov, Bashi Pan, Lawless Leclerc, T. Gabo, August Regazzoni, and Tommy. Abuja, known for its crazy races at night, the heat of Africa can get to these drivers. All 5 lights go on, and the Abuja Prix is green, and that's a relatively good start from the front row. Akari and Mures, both on the hard tyres, seem to be the favourite tyre of the top 6. As we now head down towards the first chicane, it's still Remo leading the way. Akari currently second, Mures challenging that black Pinnacle number 10 car. And it managed to run on his tail. iWorld with a 5-second time penalty, but causing a collision, possibly with Marcus Nelson. Coming into the part of the track where we see a lot of major collisions happen, and it looks like most of the grid has come through there fine. So Ravo leading the way, 1.26 seconds ahead of reigning World Drivers Champion Akari. Then it's Mures, Babness, Marcus Nelson, and Anok Huey, the top 6. David Cameron challenging that. However, not quite close enough to do too much about it. Ocampo got a pretty good start there, up to 9th, right behind his teammate. iWorld, on the other hand, drops from 6th to 12th. 6 places lost. And he's going to have to start making up ground, especially with that time penalty towards me. But Akari and Mures, to be fair, both drivers on the hard tyres, if they can just stay in the top 10, their hopes of winning a race, this race, will be very high. However, this is going to be a major problem. Look at Mures. He's going to be swamped down the straight by at least 5 drivers here, possibly more. Marcus Nelson to 3rd place. His teammate, however, comes right back at him. But they're side by side. Akari just running away from this pack like, okay, you can fight this fight yourself. But still, Camino to 5th. Badness drops down as Nelson as well. Almost drops to 4th. Out of the race. That's a flip from, that's Camino. And he's flipped twice there. Oh dear. Virtual safety car called. Lap 2 of 12. You know it was coming. Oh goodness. But yeah, Nelson to P4. And he's right on the back of his teammate then. VSC is ending. The question now is, will App Sports Lena bring in team orders? We'll find out now then. None of these drivers, I believe, using attack mode simply because they went through the activation point too late. Tommy, we believe. Yeah, Tommy's the first guy there who has the attack mode activated. Mures, however, under threat from his teammate, from Arnett Babness, from Sanchez and Anok Huey as well, coming through the final turn then to start lap 3 of 12. Revo is running away with this race lead as Marcus needs to run away from his own teammate, but he's going to have to get past him coming through the first chicane to do that, and he's just not got him under braking. Despite him being the Season 9 champion, he's less confident on the brakes than his relatively less experienced teammate. Now, I say relatively less as if they're both rookies, but no, Mures basically just joined the championship. You can see how close drivers get to the wall, and out of the race, that is iWorld. No, that's Tommy out. Tommy out of the E3. I thought that was iWorld because of how close they were. VSC called again, but iWorld does have damage. Unfortunate for both teams in Max TV and Braun GP to have that happen to them. VSC ending. And we get back racing then. Revo, 3 seconds, 3.7 seconds ahead of Akari. Relatively, he just looks like he's standing still. That Hyperdrive 7 is blasting away from the pack. Bogdasarov, however, getting ahead of Yuki Suo, longtime friends, as he sends it down the inside of the final turn. Into the pits comes Yuki Suo then. First guy to come into pit lane. Cable follows him in, as there goes Ocampo, the season 14 champion, setting it on Santino Milan, basically telling him, young you got a lot to learn, let me teach you. But he's just said back, he's got more to learn. Revo's got a puncture. Race leader pulls in a Revo with a puncture. Akari hits the back of him and has been given a 5-second time penalty due to that. So Milrez has now basically inherited the race lead if he can just close in. But for the Hyperdrive number 7, as he hits the wall, Regazzoni hitting the back of the Italian 7 car. He's buckled under the pressure of Nigeria. There you can see the ruptured rear tire of that Hyperdrive car. And right now for Revo, he's just got to haul it back to the pits. He needs to get to pit lane as quickly as possible. But for Akari now, this is do or die. He needs to keep the gap to Milrez higher than it was prior. Babness, 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. And does someone else out there have tire problems too? As we see Lars Leclerc now clear Revo. And that is day over for the Hyperdrive 7. Starts on pole, succumbs to a puncture. Many drivers coming into pit lane then. And, Marcus Nelson, Iron Babness, and Dav Sanchez, just to name a few, on lap 5 of 12. But I think this is it. This is day over for Revo. Probably should have come in around a lap earlier. But those vibrations, absolutely hellish. Yellow's in the first sector. Yellow flag, first sector, and that is your problem. That is for T. Gabo. And what is he doing out there? Lots of weaving. And more from his teammate. His teammate actually the one to cause that yellow flag. He's not got a front wing. So Bogdasarov missing his front wing in 6th position. As you can see, tires buckling under stress. But that's the first time we've seen the race leader retire from the race with a puncture. First time in a long time Revo's had a puncture. First time since his days in Envision he's had one of those. Unwelcome memory. But yeah, Milrez now 2 seconds ahead of nearest challenger in an QE. So I think he should be able to win this, or at least keep that second. Akari fastest lap of the Prix, 126.583. And you can see why he's champion. He's still rapid out there, even on the slowest tyre compound. Into the pits comes an QE. Regazzoni, track limits warning. He's already got 5 seconds worth of time penalties. Cable, fastest lap of the E3, 123.366. And this is the time I'll take out of the recording session today to just thank Marco Persque for bringing in this well-developed of a TV mode to a game like Monoposto. It allows me to make videos like this where I can express my passion for commentating as best as possible. As we see now, T. Gabo, 6th place, currently heading up the train. Yellow's in the first sector still. And missing front wing there. You saw a front wing blow off, and that is for Michael Novikov. Another yellow flag in that first sector. Looks like someone's first stroke just went viral. Is that for Bogdasarov? I think it quite possibly could be. It's either him. Santino Milan has damage as well, just going through. But yeah, Novikov to pit again, it seems. iWorld currently 5th. And they are staying out for so long, those hard tire runners. And I do believe Akari should pit this lap. If he doesn't pit this lap, then I don't know what they're doing. Babinus setting a fastest lap. Nelson holding on to 5th. Novikov into the pits for the 2nd time in this race. Side by side. That is Babinus up into 6th. Ahead of Iwald. And they hit Iwald in the barriers. And he's lost his front wing. 22% car damage. And now just has to get back up to speed because he's got Daf Sanchez. Very hungry Daf Sanchez right behind him now. With only a handful of laps left to run in this E3. And oh, that is Leo sending it down the inside on Daf Sanchez. And Argui follows him through. And Argui to 9th possibly if he can get past. Revo setting a fastest lap up of the E3. So he is seemingly the fastest man on the track. Unfortunate that he had a puncture. Argui still alongside orange MSN ready. And he's gotten past. And Argui following now Leo as much as he can. The Hong Kong number 25. Doing the best job he can. Into the pits. Finally come Akari and Milrez. They should go to the end of the race on their soft tyres. Past the 2nd sector. Going to T Gabo. But it is Yuki Suo leading the race for these last 4 laps. Or rather until he has to pit. Ocampo 5 seconds for causing a collision. And it's no wonder Dr. Carr fastest lap of the Prix. And he's so quick out there. Everyone following in the tow of fellow drivers. It's no wonder that there are new fastest laps being set every single lap. Almost a wall for Sierra there. Shown basically, hey, lift or I'll make you. VSC and Argui out. And Argui! Oh, he's out of the E3. What an impressive showing from the 25. It's unfortunate it has to end in tragedy. Dearie me. VSC ending. We're gonna have handful of laps left. And Farnet Babinus. Question for him is, can he close into Yuki Suo? I don't think he can. I'm just gonna be honest, I don't know if he can. Akari currently out there 5th. Make that 4th. Gets past Lala Leclerc on his warpath back to the front of the field. Into the pits comes Suo and Babinus. So it's now Marcus Nelson versus Akari for the lead of this race. Last 3 laps. Marcus Nelson, oh, he's gonna have to pit again. He's probably gonna have to pit again. So Sanchez, oh, he's also got a pit. Akari has pulled off a masterstroke of a strategy that can only be beaten by the guy who's currently 19th. If he didn't have a puncture, Revo would have a great shot at potentially winning this race. Rego's only 5 seconds time penalty. Oh, hitting the wall riding there. That is Ocampo as well, having problems. 3 drivers going off at the same turn. And Yuki Suo, oh my goodness! Ocampo and Babinus out of the E3! That is the championship leader out! The reigning drivers champion out! Not even reigning, season 14 champion out, but Babinus also out with him! And that makes Hyperdrive's day even worse. We saw there, I think it was... Well, Regazzoni, we saw 5 second time penalty again. And he's lost his entire front nose cone column. Iwald time penalty. My goodness me. What didn't happen there? And Sierra, you can see, gets cleared by UK Ball. He doesn't have too much attack charge to use. And I don't really know how much more could have happened there. As into the lead goes Akari as Nelson pits. 2 laps to go. And the question is, can Akari make his tyres last? Sanchez pits. So Milrez will inherit 2nd position. And the question is, can he make his tires last as well? He's 12 seconds away from Akari, so the only way he's gonna win is Akari getting a puncture or retiring. Duo currently third. Closing in on Milrez, but reminder, he's got that 5-second time penalty. And unlike Akari, where it's basically a slap on the wrist, considering how far away he is, this is serious for Suo, as he's got Cable waiting in the wings. Sanchez, 5 seconds. And that's for hitting Leo, who's definitely not looking in the best spot possible for this one. In 9th position, while his teammate is out there leading by a country mile from Milrez. Ocampo last time out, he led a lights to flag victory and almost had a grand slam for what seemed to be the first time in this championship before Tommy took it. However, Akari might just be able to top that. He might just be able to win by over 12 seconds. But no, Akari pits! Akari pitting! And again, Milrez is staying out! So this is going to come down to strategy, and if Akari can just go the distance and gap 5 seconds on Milrez. Leclerc, fastest lap of the Prix. Akari is going to come out of the pits in 6th position because Sanchez and Iwald are fighting over 7th. So Milrez has now inherited the race lead and is defending valiantly from Yuki Suo. This is it. This is the 2 laps of the weekend. This penultimate lap of the Prix. Suo following Milrez. He's going to have to do that throughout the entire lap. Leclerc and Cable waiting in the wings to pick up any scraps and also fighting for 3rd position. Marcus Nelson doing the same thing as the guys ahead of him, but on a grander scale. And Akari waiting for the top 5 tyres to blow out if they do. But I don't think for Leclerc and Nelson that they will. I am genuinely fearing the top 2 side by side. Yuki Suo and Milrez. Suo to the race lead, but Milrez right behind him. He's gonna get attack mode. Milrez with attack mode coming through the penultimate turn and into the final turn, turn number 27, to start the final lap of the Abuja Prix. It started great, got a little air, and now we're back to brilliance. Milrez once again, another helping of attack mode. Further back his teammate, up into P3. Can Milrez take the lead? Coming through the first chicane. Side by side as Sanchez, that's the fastest lap. Still alongside each other. The fight for the lead. Very deep. Almost the barrier for Milrez. Suo shows him the door, but he's still got that 5-second time penalty. Does the Japanese 19 car. So for Milrez, he's fighting, but I'm not sure if he's been told. Akari to 4th position, but he's got a 5-second time penalty too. So it is Yuki Suo from Milrez from Nelson. App Sportslina are looking to take home a 1-2 finish. Something that they haven't done since their app-shaped Audi Sport days back in Season 3. That is the last time I can recall them getting a finish anywhere near this good. But who's going to take it? Suo is 1.5 seconds ahead of these two. Marcus Nelson in the 2nd race of Season 16. He is looking at a potential race win, but we don't know. So coming through the penultimate turn now, it is Yuki Suo who comes through the final turn. He's going to see the checkered flag, and on the road he's going to come home first, but it is going to be Milrez from Marcus Nelson as Akari for the line on the road. And that is P3 on the road for Akari. And that strategy did not pay off for him, but he got a fastest lap out of it. Leclerc on the road is 5th from Cable, Sanchez, Leon Milan, and Iwald. Then it's Bogdasarov, Vashichan, Tan, Gabo, Sierra, Novikov, Regazzoni, and Revo. Wow. Wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. And this is the podium then. Neil Rez from Marcus Nelson at Sportsmina take home a 1-2 finish here in Abuja. And third place on the podium, it's a bravo from Lawless de Klerk, who's come home with a P3. Then it's UK-Ball, Yuki Suo, Akari, and Leo. Then it's Santino Milan. The top 8, Dav Sanchez, Daniel Bogdasarov, the top 10. Then it's Vachi Chantan, Iwell, T. Gabo, P. Sierra, Michael Novikov, and Revo, with August Strikers only being relegated to 17th with that time penalty. The non-finishers were Sebastian Ocampo, Arnett Babness, Inokui, Tommy, and David Camo. In the drivers' standings, Neil Rez leads the way 2 points ahead of Sebastian Ocampo. Then it's Santino Milan having a great debut season alongside August Regazzoni, who is tied with his own teammate and Marcus Nelson. Lawless de Klerk is 7th from Daniel Bogdasarov and UK-Ball. P. Sierra tied with Akari for 10th. Then it's Michael Novikov, Leo, Ina Babness, and Dav Sanchez. Your non-scorers after Abuja are David Camlo, T. Gabo, Tommy, Vashi Chantan, Inokui, Iwolf, and Revo. So in the constructors' standings, going into the next round of the championship, it is App Sports Lena leading the way, 45 points. They're ahead of Toyota Gazoo Racing and Nissan Nismo, 2 points ahead of NS Amlin and Andretti. Then it's Aurelio Pinnacle, Mercedes Formula E team, Virgin Renault, Braun Honda, Next EV Formula E, Hyperdrive Racing, and Mahindra, who are yet to score, just like the good old days. We'll see you guys next time then, when the Formula E Monoposte Championship returns.